Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, what is up? The Kingu of Lightning is here today, bringing you guys and gals Kingdom. The very first Kingdom chapter review on my channel, chapter 458 review, Banner of Raygon. Now, this to me, I think, is a very good chapter for a lot of reasons. But before I go any further, first of all, I did want to make this chapter review kind of special, like have like a corner right here where I would have the chapter itself on Kiss Manga and I'll scroll through it as I was like reviewing it. However, here's the thing. I have no idea if I'm going to get a copyright strike if I actually do that or not. Because when I did like the mainstream shonens like Naruto and One Piece, if I had if they weren't modded in some way, shape, or form, if it was like the basic visual of that, odds are I'd get a copyright strike. Cause Shueisha would just jump down your throat. Like, no! Nippon! And they hit you hard with that strike. And I don't want to deal with that because in Japan, apparently, they have like 15,000 different companies that are perusing YouTube specifically that are looking for stuff to strike down. So even though Kingdom is not, it's obviously not a mainstream shonen, though it is fairly popular. So I guess it depends what you call mainstream, but it's a seinen that's, I believe, not under the Shueisha banner. So I don't know if I can actually, do that. So I decided, let me not risk that, because if I do get a strike, that means, what, 2.5 weeks of waiting for that strike to go away, and then I can't do live streams, I can't do videos over 15 minutes. It's very annoying, because the restrictions suck massive donkey dick. So I said, you know what? Let me not risk that. I'm going to save that for another damn day when I get more info, when I get more, details on the matter at hand. So today, a basic review of Kingdom, and then I'll see if I can't modify that later on. So that being said, this chapter of Kingdom, the two main things here were characterization and overall story progression. So when it comes to the pacing, it is fairly well paced. I mean, you have the Raito stuff, then you have the Kokuo stuff, then you have at the end of the chapter Kanki and you know what? No, let me save that for later. Let me save that for later, because in this chapter, Raito, Zeno, and in particular Kokuo, they are the main focus of this chapter. So first of all, characterization wise, Raito and Zeno, I'm surprised he didn't just start running in there with his club out and start killing fuckers, honestly. Because Zeno and his boys are brutes. They're Vikings. They're Vikings. They're Vikings. They run in there. They bathe in blood on a regular basis. They crack open the skulls of their victims and they drink the blood. They're freaks. Absolute barbarians. And at the same time, you have to understand that they are just one unit in the Kanki army. And they have to abide by orders. So when you have Raito telling Zeno's men, like, yo, listen, man, you guys aren't up for this kind of stuff, meaning just sitting down and waiting patiently. You guys are more so, when we need blood, we send in Zeno and the boys. So what I did find kind of cool was how Raito was able to kind of spin the situation to where, because that's what Kanki was doing, but he said basically Kanki is trying to find a way to, like, get the maximum amount of damage from the Zhao. And I'm calling him Zhao because, listen, I understand that Chinese is different. Like, for example, the Q is not really a Q. It's like, it wouldn't be Quinn. It'd be like Chi and then something else. But listen, all right? I was born in America, okay? I was born in America. The red, white, and blue. And we speak English, all right? No hablo inglés, motherfucker. We speak English. And I'm not going to say chi or something. No. I'm not even going to bother with that. I see a Q, I see an I, I see an N, I'm calling a Quinn. Don't care. So don't give me any flack for that shit, because I know some fuckers will. No, technically, you pronounce it like this. Listen, my pronunciation sucks anyway. I'm not someone that's strong on that. I'm more of a math guy. You got a problem with that? Boom. Double middle fingers. Double. That being said, Zhao Army. He's like, listen, Conky's trying to find the best way to get maximum damage from the Zhao Army. So you guys shut the fuck up and sit down. And you guys wait patiently. Now, Zeno does that. Which again surprised me because I'm like, Zeno, when we saw this guy, just when they blew the whistle, blow the whistle. Blow the whistle. When they blew the whistle, him and the boys, they bailed in such a sloppy fashion, it was embarrassing. I felt embarrassed for them. But it winds up panning out really nicely. Because even though they left, they would run over their own friends and shit, their own, comrades, they were able to get away from, I forgot what his name was, the other guy in the Zhao Army. But either way, fact of the matter here was that you have a very calm, cool, and collected Zeno, which I thought was fairly interesting because even he understands the pecking order, and we have to know when to be quiet. We have to know when not to rush in there and start clubbing. So that to me I thought was fairly interesting, and how Raito and Zeno were able to regulate, and how they're just sitting back, patiently waiting for Conky's orders when he finds the right place to penetrate, the right place to put the spear through the back of Zhao. So I do like that. So at the end of the day, you get to see that even though they're bandits and they're barbarians, at the end of the day, they do understand the pecking order because they are part of the Qin military, specifically the Conky army. So that to me I thought was very good for the characters. Now, the next thing is you have Kokuo. And we get to see what she's doing in the right central portion of the main hill. And that to me I thought was, because listen, not only is she witty, because she's able to push back one of the Zhao generals and, the Zhao forces fairly easily. But also, she recognizes that since Shin and the boys have taken care of the basin area where that river was, and one of the Zhao main forces was defeated by the Hai Shin unit, He Shin unit, Hai Shin unit. Some folks say he, some folks say Hai. I'm not too sure. I like saying Hai, whatever. But he's not bad either way. So either way, the Hai Shin unit, they take care of one of the main factions of the Zhao army. She's like, okay, fine. So you know what? Now I can go on the offensive. Now I don't have to worry about an attack from that side any longer. But on top of that, when Kishui comes out, pulls a Renpa, has the forces motivated, like, yeah, Kishui-sama, Kishui-sama. She's like, you know what, defense, bring it back, bring it back, put their shields up. So that was good for her character because it does show that she does have, like, she's smart. She's, I wouldn't say like 10 level of strategy, but she is fairly smart. And you can clearly see that being portrayed in the battlefield because, again, she's dominating her opponent. But not only that, but she has a weird quirk to where she will only assist guys that she thinks are good looking. So a guy like me gets a lot of help. Hey, you salty. You salty. That's right. You got a problem with the king? Stop hating. Haters gonna hate. Yeah. Haters gonna hate. But a guy like me is gonna get some help. However, an ugly motherfucker is not getting a lot of help. So you have this old dude, right? He's, well, I don't know how old is in ancient China, but he's a fairly old guy. He is not exactly like a looker, and he's not getting help. In fact, it's really fucked up. She decides, you know what? We're gonna throw arrows. We're gonna fire arrows his way to motivate him to stop being lazy and to keep on fighting, even though he's fighting intensely right now. But because he's ugly, he's getting zero help. However, there is another guy who needs help, a pretty guy. And she's like, you know what? Let's give this guy 100 men. So one dude who's ugly gets nobody. The other guy that's kind of good looking gets 100 men. That's messed up. Because it's war. It's, people are dying. They're fighting each other intensely for days on end, weeks on, months, years on end. And she's like, nah, you know what? That old guy, yeah. In fact, we're not even gonna help him. We're gonna fire arrows at his rear to make sure he continues to do what he's doing. The pretty guy, give 100 men. It's sick, but it's the Conky army. this is what we expect. This is the Kanki army. So that was interesting, a nice little quirk right there. And then finally, I do got to give credit to Kishui, because, yeah, you also got to look at things from the opponent's side as well. Kishui was able to recognize, simply put, that I guess on their side, it would be the left. Because on the Quinn side, it would be the right side of the center. On their side, it would be the left side of the center. So on his left side, the boys were getting pushed back. So he ran up there. You know, he didn't run, but he had his horse, went up there with the flag, rose the flag, and then all of a sudden the guys got motivated. So that was good on his part as well. Just showing you that from a military strategy standpoint, both Kishui and Kokuo are fairly well off. So character-wise, that was really it. When it comes to story, fairly simple. You have, once again, Raito, Zeno, they're waiting in wait. You have the battle that's going on in the center. On the left side of the center, you have Maron, I think his name is, something like that, one of Kanki's advisors. And then you have another guy on the Zhao side. I forgot what his name was, but they're kind of like facing off fairly evenly. On the left, on the right side, you have Kokuo, and then you have the other guy. Like I forgot, he's a Zhao general. He's a Zhao general. I forgot what his name was, but he's getting wrecked. And it looks like he actually may get overwhelmed. Well, no, I can't say that right now because they were asking him if they should get if they should get reinforcements from Kesha. And he said no, or he's not buying it right now. So he's kind of stubborn, and that may be his downfall. Probably, yeah, that probably will be his downfall later on in this arc. But that guy right now, he's very relevant. But either way, he's a general in the Zhao army, and he was being pushed back by Kokuo, and she was able to realize, you know what, since Kishu came out motivated, so let's back up, let's play on defense from now on. So that was a good move on her part. And I do like the fact that she recognized how the Haishin unit, they did fairly damn well to actually beat one of the Zhao main forces. That was good. Now, here's the thing. The chapter, Kishui comes out, right? Obviously, the forces on the Zhao side are motivated. Kanki, Kanki was scoping this out like, what do we have here? Well, what do we have here? Remember when I told you beforehand that Raito understood that Kanki right now, he was probing to try and find some weak spot that they could exploit, something that they could, target as a means of bringing down the Zhao army, the Kesha army? Well, guess the fuck what? Kanki, I think he's found his target. Yeah, Kishui. Kanki, you could say, not Kanki, Kesha, you could say, is going to survive this particular arc. You can say that with some degree of confidence. Kishui is not. Kishui is going to die. He is going to have his head cut off. No, I'm sorry. This is Kanki. What am I talking about? He's going to have his blood drained, all right, like he's a cow. Just have his blood drained. He's going to be strung up like meat on pikes and paraded around the entire area. Guarantee you that. Because Kanki's a sick fuck. But there could be conflict with the Haishin unit. Because the Haishin unit, they can be like, no. You see, we don't even tolerate our soldiers of the Quinn, raping the civilians. We don't tolerate that. Alright? So, this is going to be a conflict. I know it's going to be a conflict. Where Kanki and his boys are going to do some very sick and twisted shit. And Shin is not going to stand for that. You know he's not going to stand for that. But Shin is only a 5,000-man commander. So my theory is that at the end of this arc, Shin may become a general. Shin, at the end of this arc, may become a general. And all of a sudden, when he gets more men, he's going to have some serious beef with Kanki. Some serious beef. So I'm just saying that for now, when Kanki does, because he is, all right, there's no way that you can tell me that Kanki is not going to succeed. He's going to succeed. Kishui's head is going to roll, and what happens to his body afterwards will be horrifying. You know Shin and Kanki are going to have problems. You know they are. Like, they already have problems, shit. So, that being said, this chapter overall I thought was actually a very good chapter, a good plus chapter of Kingdom. And I will see you guys and gals later for the upcoming chapter of Kingdom. If you like Kingdom, subscribe. If you haven't done that yet, like the video. If your friends like Kingdom, tell them to subscribe. If your family likes Kingdom, tell them to subscribe. It is what it is. If you don't know what Kingdom's about, then you go read Kingdom right the fuck now. You go read Kingdom right the fuck now. Because you are missing something special in your life if you haven't read Kingdom. So, I'm done. Rate the video, comment, and subscribe as always. Peace. Have a nice goddamn day. Once again, the Good Plus chapter of Kingdom this week.